Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e D&D actual play stream. I'm getting an echo. All right. Oh, glorious. Fantastic. We're going to have all of our friends here in just a moment. But in the meantime, welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e D&D homebrew actual play stream. Indeed. We are here. We play in this crazy world of Nuuli that came out of my brain, and 5 of my friends are brave enough to hop into. Amber will be with us in just a moment as soon as she finishes booting up the proper computer. But in the meantime, let's someone please roll a d20 and we will do some investigatings. Also, anyone in chat, big shout out first of all to Truly Rageous, who followed us last week. So thank you, Truly Rageous. And also, I've done some audio adjusting. So let me know in chat if you're watching stream how my audio sounds, how other people's audio sounds, how background music when it kicks in, if it kicks in all right. I've done some playing, and I think I've got it all in a good spot. But let me know. Thank you, I've got it. As always, for Pikachus. And now we have the fantastic Amber with us. No worries. I think somebody rolled 2 people rolled an 8, so I'm going to disregard those because we got that question last week. So we will instead go with the 20 that was rolled. Or you know what? I will honor the 8 and we'll go with a 28 in total.
That 20.
It really wants to be an 8. I mean, we both rolled an 8.
It's important tonight. I can feel it.
Sorry, everyone. I had you all muted. So I'm a jerk. The first like 2 minutes are without. This is the problem when you go and you like edit things and you listen to them and then you don't like double check that you've refixed all the things. Luckily, I've got it is listening for us and it's all good. So for those of you who missed it, we are going to do introductions, and I would like everyone to please introduce yourselves, introduce your characters, and answer the question. And again, this will be easier for some people than others. Who is your character's worst enemy? Who is your character's worst enemy? So have a moment to dwell on that. Think about it for a moment. And then
Alive or dead?
Worst enemy, I think, implies that they are living. Because if they're dead, you've already defeated them. So
Fair.
Could come back.
Could. Never
Which
know.
would make them Spoot's worst enemy.
Right. All right. Well, let's start at the top with Mike, top of the rack.
That's me. I'm Mike. I play Defect, the barbarian of an Arcanaton nature. And his worst enemy. I don't know. I don't think he has one. I mean, he has he hates the pigmen, the werepigs we fought. Or the wereboars, was it?
Wereboars, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the wereboars that we fought a long time ago. I really hated them. Yeah, they were terrible. I mean, I could say dragons, but we've been killing a lot of them, so don't seem to be an issue there.
Public performance.
There's that. Any rocks that cannot be lifted.
Competition.
Oh, competition, yes.
Yeah.
Competition. Yeah.
Specifically competition fighting, because he can throw rocks.
Real far.
That is true.
Mm-hmm,
I just can't fight publicly. I can fight to save the world, but not win a trophy.
Nope.
The irony.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hopping on down the ladder, we got Amber.
Hi, I'm Amber. I play Grig, the Goblin Artificer, and I mean, don't tell Defect, but Umbradius, definitely my worst enemy. I mean, Oligar is like a second, close second, but Oligar feels defeatable, whereas Umbradius is like never going to go anywhere because I can't touch him.
Fair.
Interesting.
Don't tell anybody.
Interesting. All right. Next on the rungs of the ladder, we have Sarah.
Oh, hey, that's me. I'm Sarah, and I play Olive, the half-orc druid. And I think Olive would have definitely said anyone from the Red Crows. At this point, I'm pretty sure that's just Aligar who is left, who was in charge of that. Because I think we've dumped everyone else in the Astral Sea. But they hurt her friends, and they hurt her people, and she is not. That's not okay. Like, yeah, okay, he's trying to do bigger, badder things, but she's still pissed that he burned her town and enslaved her people.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You dumped one body in the Astral Sea.
One too many, probably.
But we really didn't like him.
It's true. Next on the rung on the ladders is our friend Tanner.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Nereus, the Azabar Sorcerer. And Nereus's worst enemy is probably those oozes that were immune to his magic, or the slimes.
They freeze.
That was just rude.
Turn them into pudding pops. It's cool.
Yeah, but my lightning and thunder didn't work.
Yeah.
So that's
right.
half my toolkit.
Fair enough. And next, the final rung on the ladder today is Matt.
Hello, I'm Matt. I'll be playing the part of Amber tonight by eating dinner.
That is, in fact, why I was late. However, I do have my snack.
Ah,
Nice.
So Amber's still Amber.
I mean,
dang it. I'll go back to playing Spoot then. But yes, playing Spoot, Turtle Cleric, Spoot's greatest enemy. Time. No, but more seriously, not to sound dramatic, the Ibn Shade and the ultimate destruction of Nuuli.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
I think that's his personal greatest enemy. Followed by Undead.
Okay, very cool. Interesting that your enemy is one you have never interacted with.
Is that breaking the rules?
No, it's just interesting. Everybody else has a very, like, this thing we fought or this person we fought. And yours is this thing you haven't actually interacted with yet. And I just think that's interesting.
I could probably generalize it a bit more and say evil.
Sure. But that's more of an abstract, so.
That's also Starboy's greatest enemy, so. Is that his name? Aqua something? Whatever the SpongeBob SquarePants character's name is.
Oh, I don't know.
I help you there, bud.
Never watched it. I'm a little too old for have watched SpongeBob.
Shit. I know who you're talking about.
Okay. Well, I'm sure many people do. I just don't.
Mermaid Man.
That's Barnacle Boy.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Okay. All right. Well,
all right. Well, someone out there got that, I hope.
I am confident that many people did. I'm just not that cool.
No.
But my name is Jared, and I am the Dungeon Master here on Nuuli Forged. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 5-player characters. And everybody's got enemies. I do not watch SpongeBob. I perhaps have created more enemies now, so who knows? Although I support SpongeBob, because hasn't SpongeBob been confirmed as gay? Like, didn't that come out?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Well, the author said that was his intention, but like children's TV.
Yeah, but I thought like Nickelodeon like posted like a rainbow SpongeBob at some point on like a Twitter page within the last couple of years. No, am I wrong?
Well, probably. I don't know.
I don't
pay attention to Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know about SpongeBob is that there's a squirrel in it, and when it was on Broadway, the squirrel was played by a fellow alum of my alma mater.
Cool.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Sandy is her name, by the way.
Yeah. The actor in question was much younger than I and not at school at the same time at all. But nonetheless,
and not a squirrel, probably.
That was like, fellow alum on Broadway playing the squirrel.
Very cool. Well, let's dive into, now that that's all done, last time on Nuuli Forged.
You should probably just mute us again.
You do have a habit of interrupting me when I'm trying to recap, and it's very annoying. I'm doing this for your benefits, because you all will forget otherwise.
What? Sorry, what?
Exactly.
Bold of you to think we're not going to forget anyway.
Yeah, I know. I try my best. That's all I can do. Last time on Nuuli Forged, following an attack on their home, Misfit Manor, Greg and Defect did some angry night shopping, as Greg was upset the others weren't ready to go after Oligar immediately. While out and about, Defect noticed a familiar figure and found an invitation that could only be from one person, Umbradius, the mysterious and only other Arcanaton that Defect had ever met. The duo decided to head towards the given address, and once there, Defect agreed to receive an interesting offer from Umbradius, some of their own memories, as a way to convince Defect of their sincerity in wanting to bring him home for his own good. Defect assented. Meanwhile, Olive received an invitation to the above decks by a mysterious person named Umba. Deciding that a popular tavern would be a safe enough spot, she ventured out and met this Umba, who turned out to be an orcish woman, claiming to be part of something called the Broken Circle. She related a tale of a lost Orcan empire that she was descended from, and was seeking out other possible descendants. Having heard of Olive through her renown with the Misfits, she thought her a likely candidate, and offered the test, touching a strange liquid. If Olive received an ancestral memory, then she was proven part of the Broken Circle. Olive agreed, dipped her fingers in a strange silvery fluid, grayish kind of moving silver, very weird, like a liquid rock, and received a memory of being an orcish child at play among some standing stones. Sharing this with Umba, she learned much about the various ancestral memories that others had also shared. Meanwhile, back at the docks, Defect and Greg met a second Arcanaton named Archimedalius, who would perform the ritual of memory sharing. The ritual was cast, and Defect shared in the memories of Umbradius. Defect gained some understanding of where he was from, though not all the answers that he sought, and hints at a deeper connection between himself and Umbradius than he had previously realized. Eventually, everyone returned to the ruined grounds of Misfit Manor and got some well-deserved rest. Upon gathering in the morning in the home and kitchen of Adis and his husband Kalen, Spoot joined the party, having relayed that he had just received a message about the phylactery of Ziniondu the Ragefire, while the attempted resurrection of their butler, Sebastian Raposa, hangs over the party's heads. So, we're going to backtrack in time just a moment here. Spoot, you know that your friends are arriving. You saw Olive go in and wake up Nereus. You are finishing your prayers and meditations, and you stand up to go join your friends, and you don't take but a single step before your mind hears a message being sent to you. It's Marilot. Do you nincompoops have those materials yet? Time is ticking. Your Dracolich is getting angry. I'd give it 14 days before it reforms.
Oh.
Well, Swoot's going to try to brush aside all thoughts of while we were near to getting some of those parts, we could have done it. And still probably let out a big sigh in Aquan.
You do know that you can reply to the message, if you so desire.
Yes. Actually, real quick, did we gather? We haven't gathered any of the materials, have we?
Nope.
What were the materials again?
Something about a bronze dragon?
Yeah.
Before we get into that, Spoot, do you want to reply to the message?
Spoot will reply and say, "This is good to know. Unfortunately, we had other pressing matters and have not gathered those materials yet. There are other important things on a deadline as well, it seems." I don't know how many words that was.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me the parts? I don't know if I can say that. I probably exceeded my word limit.
Indeed. So you get the basic gist of it across, which is fine. You get
Oh, go ahead.
A reply in a very terse manner. Enough acid from an ancient copper dragon to submerge it in a golden vessel for 10 days. A master jeweler, pure mithril tools, blessed by a high priest of the Platinum Hope. Get it done. 4 days, or I'm chucking this thing out.
Okay, I'll try to write this down and simultaneously tell the party that this happened.
Yeah, you can easily walk to the kitchen. It is not far from where you are. It's just like 10 feet away.
Copper dragon. I'm going to be like saying this under my breath as I walk in the kitchen. Copper dragon acid, gold, full, jeweler blessed by high priestess, platinum host. Hello. It seems that Dracolich is itching to get out of its containment. And we have about 4 days before the wizard friend will toss it out, and then perhaps another 10 days before the Dracolich is free of its confinement.
I mean, wouldn't it just go back to being bound in the elms? Or is it now free?
I think it's bound wherever the phylactery is, isn't it?
None of you have any idea how it works.
No.
I don't have any idea how it works, it turns out. That's why we trusted it with some guy who had an idea.
He's kind of far away, isn't he?
Yeah. He's
And
in Winton. And we gotta go north. Where do you get mithril?
From the dwarves.
probably.
None of you have any idea, actually.
No clue.
Is it
I don't know
mithril
what a
tool?
mithril is. Maybe we should have asked the Sphinx that. Does this mean we're not going to go kill Olgar? Because, come on. I'm ready. I've got some counterspell. I've got Dispel Magic. I've got a whole bunch of scrolls. And a bunch of potions.
Don't really know what it means. It means we're running out of time for both things. How many days do we have before the turning of the moon?
Who do you know that has
3.5 weeks.
Vast knowledge of all this stuff that you need? Because I haven't heard of any of it.
I can think of one person, perhaps, but it might take me some time to reach them.
I mean, there's Seda. But I feel like even though Seda's very smart, it might still only go so far. What about the elves?
You probably know
They're
some
old.
Crew.
Why don't we go up there? It's kind of up towards the north anyway.
Oh, they're kind of a pain in the ass to talk to.
Well, we'll be more pain in the ass. The Draco Lich hunting us down, or the elves to talk to?
Yes.
Good question.
Can we message that guy? You could send. Could you talk to the guy? The guy that gave me the book. I forget his name already.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, if you did meet him, maybe you can send him a message.
I don't remember his name, but he wore a lot of pink.
Sorry, I was trying to make sure I had all my spells prepped. Prepped? That's a word.
Prepped.
Yeah, what's his name? What's his name?
I don't know.
Roland.
What is it?
Roland.
I'm not really sure I met him, to be honest with you.
You did. You were the one that was talking with the elves.
No, Spoot was not there to talk to the elves.
Oh, he wasn't this time?
No, he never was. He left the day after you got to the Verdentious Causeway.
Oh wait, he was talking to them in the beginning.
I talked to one of the elves that told us about going to the Verdentious Causeway and or something like that.
Hey, we got to the Glen and then you left.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. So I couldn't send him a sending message, is what it sounds like. So I never talked to him. Could talk to Seda, and I could also try to talk to Farlane.
You also know
real Sunspire, and he wore pink.
You also know the half elf, was it? The one that got you the deal on the statue?
That was the same dude, wasn't it?
No. He's the half elf that hung out outside and had contacts.
Oh.
That you talked to send the message to then get a buyer for the statue within the forest.
Martha Euristus. He was the high clerk of the marketplace.
No.
No? Ethal Fenn.
No.
I've got a whole list of names here that don't mean a whole lot to me.
It's like holding up a key ring and being like, I've got all these keys, don't know where they go.
Yep.
I feel like he had a basic name. It's not an elf name.
Glorious, the guide?
No.
Hard to contact someone if you don't remember their name.
Half-elves? Chatty.
Half-elf! And Bongo the bartender! Also, we should... If we're going to talk to the elves, we might want to find out what happened to Paduk. Because he left the Verdentious Causeway with us, and we haven't talked to him in a while.
I mean, that's the Fae, not the elves.
No, he was a lieutenant of the...
That's the Fae, not the elves. They're separate.
It's the Athenium in Terry Ethel. And...
Well, do you know anybody Spoot you can send a message to?
Maybe. But what's more pressing on my mind at the moment is I'd love to sort of discuss...
Thuriel Sunspire is the guy who took us to the tree.
No, it's Chatty. Chatty's the half-elf that we...
Thuriel Sunspire is the casual guy who talks to us and who I owe the book to.
Yeah, and he was the guy who took us to the tree. Because Chatty can't go to the tree because he's only a half-elf.
Correct.
Right. So what were you saying, Matt?
I think I need to talk about all of our options so we know what we should focus on and not... It seems like there's a lot that could get us distracted. I know that a lot of things seem to be urgent right now.
We have the shot up north. and we have the Draco Lich. The Vigentius Causeway is up north, which has a lot of knowledge.
Yes.
Which is 2 birds with 1 stone, no?
Yes, I think so. We know of at least one item that is south of us, though. The Copper Dragon.
Right, and I can teleport us to Seoul after we go to the Vigentius Causeway.
So if we get all the other ingredients together.
Sewell's only halfway to the dragon, though.
The dragon is in near Osmag.
No, he's on the dragon's tail.
Yes.
Well, we have flying. It doesn't... In the gas. Like, it doesn't matter that much.
So if we go north, try to kill 2 birds, as you said, and then hopefully figure out where to track down these pieces, save the Copper Dragon for last. I don't know if we can do that in 4 days, but we sure can try.
4 days.
The more we dilly-dally, the more time we waste, and as well, you met the Copper Dragon, so you can also send him a message at your leisure.
I did not meet the Copper Dragon.
I
was...
No, we met
We met a bronze dragon?
We met the
wreck diver.
The wreck diver, and he
was a dragon.
About the Copper Dragon.
Yeah, but he's friends with the Copper Dragon. He's not the Copper Dragon.
So
well, this one thing
they'll ask
that I think we should take care of since we're here.
Our butler's
Point of order.
Yes.
The wreck diver knew the other dragon. He never claimed friendship with them.
Fair. Alright, here and now, our butler's dead, and we should probably do something about that.
Oh,
Yes,
we should
it's-
we're really not going
Let's-
after Lorgar. Come on.
No, I think we are. Even though we don't really know where they are, but I think we should make an attempt.
I can locate him if he's anywhere on this plane.
Let's take care of Sebastian first. Let's gather any of the other house workers that are willing to contribute. And that's Boot's plan to do that as fast as possible so we can leave, since that is why we stayed today.
Yep.
True story.
Okay. All right.
That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to gather as many people who want to participate. We're going to get Sebastian's body laid out, and we're going to start the ritual.
Yeah. Fairly easy to do. You have you kept his body downstairs in the cellar, so it's okay. It's brought out by 2 of the day guards. Kepi is willing to help in whatever way she can. As is Molly and Sherman. Even though Sherman is still a little bit injured, he is willing to help out.
Perfect. And let me make sure I've got the diamond. I do. Oh, it's my last one. That's not great, is it?
Oh, not great.
But I've got 2 300 GP diamonds for I could put together. All right, let's do this thing.
Okay, you ask. You begin the ritual and ask your 2 or 3 staff members to help. Now, the staff doesn't have to be the only ones who do this. If any of you want to participate as well, the staff will obviously let you.
I assume the staff know Sebastian better than any of us.
Yeah,
Sure.
feel better coming
Yeah.
from them.
I'm just making sure, like, you all know that you could choose to participate.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So Kepi offers at the appropriate time when indicated by Spoot in this ritual casting. Kepi offers a very heartfelt pleading to the soul of Stephen to return. She's crying tears are falling down her dark cheeks, and she's wringing her hands in her apron as she does so. She gets a +1 to this roll. Okay.
Awesome.
Should write that down. Molly also adds a bit of not kind of prayer. She's a follower of one of the deities that's fairly popular here in Fey Harbor. She's a follower of the Law Builder. And apparently so was Sebastian. So she calls out a prayer to the Law Builder. And unlike when Kepi spoke, she was mumbling through her tears a lot, and so still very verklempt. So even though her heart was in the right place, you don't think it did too much. But Molly seems to have this inner strength of will that she pulls upon in this moment, and you see some of the yellow lights that Spoot is casting around in this kind of turtle shell shaped resurrection pod begins to beat and glow a little easier, which is great. Sherman shares an old story of him and Sebastian first meeting when Sebastian was younger, and so was Sherman, and apparently they didn't get along at first, but then the two men found common ground, and in the middle of his story, Sherman coughs up blood and can no longer continue, and kind of pulls himself back from everything.
Maybe I should have healed him first.
I mean, he's healed. He's just dealing with lingering injuries from being killed or almost killed by Oligar.
Being almost dead.
Yeah. Great. Fantastic. So the three of them have contributed. One seemed to be very, very very, very helpful. The other two, not as hopeful as you had anticipated, Spoot. And now for the final result. Spoot, you are casting your ritual. The turtle shell has appeared to envelop you all, and the yellow lines are flowing through the diamond. Not with as much vibrancy as you had hoped, and the diamond begins to vibrate and shatters into many pieces that turn to dust and blow away on a breeze, and Sebastian Raposa still does not breathe life.
That's bad.
Well,
Right.
that was a shame. Okay.
Unfortunately, it appears that the ritual did not work.
I think you should put Sebastian in the ground. I'm so sorry that we could not do anything for him today. We cannot dally here any longer. Spoot says all this with a seriousness that he probably might be a little uncharacteristic for him. He's pretty grave today. Okay. Grig, you ready to go?
Yes.
The staff acknowledges and thanks you for the attempt, and they set about making arrangements for Sebastian.
Spoot will say a final prayer, like he does for those that are dead and about to be buried, and then we'll stand up to leave.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Greg, where do we think we should go?
I mean, we're trying to beat him. You saw him going over some plains or something? I forgot. But we're trying to beat him to the last thing, which is all the way north, right?
Olive is going to cast Locate Humanoid. Not twice, just once.
Oh, if it's
Okay.
farther than 50 miles, you only know the direction.
That's,
Right.
That's something.
Yep. He is. You cast it, and he's very much north by northwest or northeast. Sorry.
Is that way?
Okay. Do we need any more items? Should we get another diamond? Do we think we have enough for the journey?
Diamonds. Well, it depends on which ones you use, Spoot.
I used one 500 valued. Is that
We had 2 diamonds that were worth 325 each that could be revivify or resurrect, and then 1 diamond that was 600 gold pieces that was just for resurrect. That was for you with you.
Yep,
And
that must be the one I just used.
I still have a Revivify diamond as well.
Okay, I've got 2 revivifies, and I just used the raised dead diamond, which was worth 500.
Right.
Cool.
And if we needed to, we could combine to do Raised Dead if we had to.
And I have 5 small diamonds together that equal revivify.
Okay. If
If
we're lucky,
anything, we can restock up north.
we
I think
can
we're good enough.
revivify
Yeah.
before.
Olive, wanna open up a tree portal?
How far north do we want to go?
To the elves.
Sure.
We need it. We need information, and it's a
Totally.
good distance.
Totally.
I will-
I can open up a tree to the elves, or we can step through the latch blade to Fluxus. Or options in that direction.
Well, if we cast magic in the glimmering void, we might explode.
I will
Also
also step aside during this discussion because I will send a quick sending to. Wasada's in town, aren't they? Are we in the same town
Yeah.
as Wasada?
Yeah, you're in Fey Harbor.
Yeah, we're home.
Okay. Well, if we think we have the time on our way out, we could just ask Seda if he knows anything, and then that might give us a little bit of direction for where we're headed. But we are playing catch up for Alagar.
Well, it would take Seda time to look up things.
True.
Well, let's send him a message, and I'll grab. We don't have a butler anymore. Someone in our house that can send a message to Seda Malor, asking the questions of the pieces we need, and to contact Spoot as soon as he has any information, or if he can, whatever he can find out. Much appreciated.
Okay.
All right.
Jump on your horse and ride, boy. And he slaps someone on the back, and they go. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Spoot's never been to this. I've never been to this house. Spoot's been at the house, so I'm assuming he knows someone that could send a letter.
You could send one of the guards. The staff is dealing with Sebastian's body.
Yeah, the staff
Fair
is a little
enough.
preoccupied.
Sebastian did most of the arranging of messages and whatnot previously. So
Sounds about right.
Adis and Kaelin are going to have to find a new head of the household apparently as well.
Yep.
Or another priest. Okay. Let's go north.
All right. I guess I will open a portal to a tree in the Verdentious Causeway.
Where?
The little clearing thing where we met Paduk and where we met Chatty, where we camped out last time.
The Verdenton Glen?
Yes,
Okay.
that is what I meant.
Okay.
Glen, Causeway, all those things. Yes, the Verdenton Glen, the place where we camped out last time, where we were allowed to go without an escort.
Yeah. So you head on up to your old reliable oak tree, and you cast your spell, and you walk right through. On all of you, one right after the other, into or out of another tree that you're familiar with because it was right by the campsite that you had previously encountered. And I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, because they're going to be pissed about it. This is why I was thinking about Fluxus, but sure.
Ah. I don't remember where Fluxus was.
Or we could just be stepping onto people.
And I need defect. Great. Nereus and Spoot, you both are just like focused on getting through this tree in time, and so you rush right through, right into the smack side of a wagon. You each whack the wagon and take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I'm unconscious.
Nereus dies. It's crazy.
Too bad we don't have a diamond.
I swear.
Or a butler. Man.
Yeah.
Wizard. This day gets worse.
Yeah.
Great. But you find yourselves once more in the Verdenton Glen. Despite the fact that it is like mid to late fall, the Glen is still green. And it's still fairly warm here. It's definitely cooler than it was in the summer, but it seems like perhaps spring lasts longer here.
Fair.
Well, that's not too bad.
But yeah, you do see the guards are still walking around, and you see that there's a variety of people around. There's this big wagon that is now like where your campsite was previously. 3 of you successfully avoided it. 2 of you whacked your snoots. But you have made it to the Verdenton Glen.
Ta-da!
What do you want to do?
Well, I mean,
find a spot not occupied by a wagon.
that's fair. And basically, we're trying to go all the way north, right? Are we trying to go to Asmodeal? No, we looked in on that.
We're
Trying
headed
to go
for
to
the
the
Pacifist Glacier.
Yeah. All right.
But we need some information first.
Right.
Yes.
Talk to Chatty.
Yeah, let's see if we can find our
remembers this whole place.
find our friend Chatty, or
Get a message to Therion, Sunbelt.
yeah, is the we can wander into the Hopeful Reside and talk to Bongo the bartender.
Oh, I love a good set of bongos.
Nice, I took notes and I can find them.
So which one are you doing?
I think we head toward the Hopeful Reside and see if we can spot Chatty along the way.
Okay, everybody make a perception check.
I have no idea where I am.
Natural 20.
12.
Nice.
Great. Olive, you are the first one who notices that Chatty is indeed true to his name, having a little chat with a individual or like a group of people who are perchance seeking the elves. Seems they're mostly humans. There's one tiefling among the group. But yeah, you see the familiar form of Chatty. It's got well, like fashionable cloak on, like a little half cape deal, in a nice fitted suit, for lack of a better word, of like green and blue. He kind of like has his hair, it's still like styled up and like kind of spiky, like anime style. And he's got a very highly polished ebony walking stick. He's a very definitive figure in this area, hard to miss. And you spot him right away.
Hey, Chatty, I see you.
Oh, if it isn't my friends, the old misfits. Oh, it's Olive and Greg and Defect. And you must be Spoot, if I recall myself rightly. I've heard about you. And, sorry, we haven't met. My name's Chazarian Erasmus Combastus Tripoli, but you can call me Chatty.
Nice to meet you, Chatty. I would never even try to pronounce any of that anyway.
Smart man you are. No worries whatsoever. What can old Chatty do for you, my friends? I did not hear that you were coming back.
I believe...
Kind of a spur of the moment.
Yeah, we're looking for some information. Possibly only the people here might know. Most of the elves, at least.
Do you know what a mithril is? Also, have you seen any half-giants? And what other useful things can you provide us?
Great, I don't think Olaga would stop here.
Well, there have been the odd half-giant through the area, merchants of all sorts coming this way, you know. But as for any particular violent or vicious one, not to my knowledge, and I feel like I would know.
He blew up our house, and Greg's particularly bent about it.
Well, I can certainly understand why one would be. It's quite rude of a guest to blow up a house, I feel. As for mithril, to my knowledge, it's a very rare metal. But that's all that I really know about it.
Yeah, Spoot is looking to get some materials, or at least find out where they are for destroying a Draco-Lich's phylactery.
Yep.
Ha! Y'all don't do anything by small measures, do you?
We really don't.
No. I wish we did, sometimes. That's why we're here, because...
And you need a wee bit of mithril to do all this.
Tools.
That's one part of it.
Yes, and more than that, I'm afraid.
Well, let old Chatty know what he can do for you, and I'll certainly try to do what I can.
Is Chatty the one we had to pay last time for information?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's also the one that sold the gold statue. Like, he can handle things.
Yeah.
He's a well-known facilitator, yeah.
I'll give Chatty the list of materials, and I will mention that we might have a lead on the copper dragon thing.
Well, that's good, because there ain't no copper dragons that I know about here in the Verdentious Causeway. So if you know one, you best be getting it from them, I suppose. I know nothing about dragons, so good luck with that. As for the other things, what sort of degree of vessel do you require?
All right, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it needs to be large enough to put in the phylactery, which is about, I don't know, I'm sure I remember how big it is.
Yeah, you know how big it is.
And then completely submerged in the acid from a copper dragon.
But there's no requirements on how finely made this vessel must be?
Probably the finer the better. I wouldn't take
Definitely
any chances
gold.
with that.
Very gold.
In gold, yes.
What does the jeweler have to do? Does the jeweler have to make the gold thing?
The jeweler
jeweler-
probably has to use the tools to dismantle the thing while
Yes.
what's-his-face is making a spell. Because typically
It's
it involves some skills and then some magic, and there's probably going to be an overlap of some material skills and some casting, and it's going to like magically
Right.
happen together.
But the
But right
jeweler,
now in the
the jeweler with the
process,
special tools doesn't need to make the container.
No, I doubt it. They were listed separately, right?
Err.
Matt,
Yes.
this is your thing.
Spood.
Yes, what? What was the question?
Master Jeweler was listed separately from Bull, as if it was an ingredient, not the maker of the ingredients.
Yes. Master Jeweler specifically blessed by the High
then
Priest
the
of the
tools.
Platinum Host.
The tools are blessed. Or the
Well, I thought
jeweler.
the jeweler was blessed.
Well, we need the jeweler
Regardless.
person, not the
Yeah.
jeweler
we don't wanna-
making the vessel.
We don't want to pick up a person here.
We could.
'Cause then we're gonna truck them all over creation with us.
I mean, we could just come back.
Hey, fancy jeweler, do you want to go to the White Wastes? Little side trip.
Or we could leave the list with Chatty, and then go, and then wait for a contact, and then come back, and then go to Winton.
There are so many
That's
layers.
I'd say that's a lot of trips.
Listen,
I mean,
Spoot wants to destroy the vessel, or the Draco Lich. Right now, it's not my problem.
True. While we were sitting here waffling, I'm going to cast Locate Humanoid again.
You get the same result.
Oh, he's still north of us.
You're killing all of our polymorphs.
The way there.
He is still north. He is still north and east of us, guys. We did
Well,
not.
because he's headed to the
He's headed.
last
we know
thing,
where
which
he's
now
going.
we can't fly as much. So we're gonna have to wait longer to get there. Well, if you leave the list of requirements with Chatty, I'm sure you can reach out to Spoot with updates.
I have no magical abilities at all.
You don't know anybody
How
who
much
can-
time do you think you might...
Oh, I know people who can, but, it increases the price, of course.
I could always reach out to you, also. I don't know how many days should I give you before I even try to...
Oh, I need a week to find stuff, I'm sure.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of.
Why? Do you have a timeline?
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Dare I ask?
Until
Well-
he
If you need all this by tomorrow, I'm afraid I have to tell you there's no way in hell.
Yeah, no, not by tomorrow. That's okay. I think a week will do. I'll check in with you. Perhaps it's time for us to keep moving then, so as not to dally too long. I understand that this is a lesser concern than saving the world. So,
Spoot, you do know, because you just got a message from Marilot, that if you don't, that he's estimating that this thing will break out in 14 days.
correct.
And it takes 10 days.
And it has to be submerged for 10 days.
Oh, right.
We'll just kill it again. It's fine.
Okay, well then 4 days would be my timeline.
I'll disintegrate it next time.
4 days. Oh, well. 4 days. This is going to be... it could be done depending on if people have such things available. So it sounds like you need a vessel of gold about this big around. And you need jeweler's tools made of mithril? Is that what you're saying?
Presumably.
I'll be honest. As an aside, I'll be honest, I tried to write those new instructions down, or the instructions again down as fast as you said them. So that, am I wrong in that, DM?
No, you had this discussion weeks ago with Marilot. And when he reminded you of it, then you knew what it was.
Okay.
And then you need a high priest of the Platinum Hope, you see. Well, Platinum Hope is acknowledged, but not the most popular god in the area. Most folks around here be following the Leaf Heart as patron deity of the elves, you see. But perhaps there can be some chit-chat amongst people and some networking can take place. Well, let's see. And then we come to the final bottom line of the discussion. We come to the price tag. For me to sort of, before any expenditures can be made, it's going to take me a bit of gold to get all this put together fairly quickly for you.
How much gold,
Do you have
Chatty?
an estimate?
With the amount of people I'll be having to talk to and get to work on a much faster schedule, which among the elves is a bit of a conundrum and a difficult task of its own, you understand.
They don't work quickly?
Nope.
No, not
They
at
don't even
all.
talk.
Elves, you see, Mr. Nereus, my dear friend, elves have nothing but time. And so getting anywhere beyond the weather with them can take hours if you don't know how to do it properly. And navigating the social forays of the Verdentious Causeway is something that most folks do not do too well unless they're born to it.
Mm.
I happen to be very lucky in that I grasped it fairly quickly, I did. But I digress and get beyond the point, and your lot are obviously in a bit of a hurry. So, I think we're looking at about 600 gold up front.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I'm guessing Spoot doesn't have the money.
Spoot doesn't really have any money.
Yeah, fine.
Greg has all the money.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all looking at Greg.
Yeah, fine.
I
Here.
suppose this comes out of my cut, Greg, or I'll have to pay you back.
Oh, this is, I think, now 1,400 in your Draco Lich fund. Because I think Marilot charged you 800 gold to hold it.
That sounds about right.
60 platinum is 600 gold, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Great. There you go.
Yes.
He takes it. Very well. I'll get right on this, as I'm sure you're very anxious to acquire these things, and you're only giving me 4 days. Let's say 3.5. With nothing but love and respect, I must be off to see to your business.
Thank you, Chatty. I'll be in touch.
I hope that you are. I'll do my best, I promise you, my dear friends. And he kind of does a little, if he doesn't wear a hat, but he kind of like does a little like doff of the hat motion, and immediately sets off farther into the Verdentious Glen.
Okay, just for my sake, I didn't find the exact wording of the first message. It was a bowl worth 2k gold. Gold bowl. 2k gold. Cracked by a master jeweler with mithril tools, blessed by High Priest of a Platinum Dragon.
There you go.
So the bowl is what's blessed.
The bowl is crafted.
The tools
by
are still the
jeweler.
blessed thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but the jeweler has to craft the bowl with the tools.
Tools are blessed by the priest, given to a jeweler to crack the bowl after
Crack
10 days.
it or craft it?
No.
Cracking.
There's the original thing, which you've recovered your notes, so I will just clarify this. A 2k gold bowl, which is used to submerge the phylactery in the acid of an ancient copper dragon for 10 days.
Right.
That's step 1 and step 2. Step 3 is acquiring a set of mithril tools worth at least 600 gold pieces.
Okay.
Step 4 is having those tools blessed by a high priest of the Platinum Hope. Step 5 is having a master jeweler crack the phylactery
Right.
as they would a gem to like destroy it after the 10 days of being submerged in acid.
Copy.
So this is the 5-step process.
Order is important.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we need to find the gold vessel, toot sweet, but the jeweler
And
we
the
could wait for a couple days. We get a couple days on the jeweler.
Yeah, Chatty is working on finding you a vessel and finding you tools.
We could also just talk to Captain Yarrow in Winton when we go, and she could probably get us a master jeweler super quick. You know, at a cost, but... Yeah.
Yeah, it's the acid that's going to be pretty important. You know, if it can't be done, it can't be done.
Again, we can just kill it again. We did it once.
Let's continue focusing on chasing down Oligar and the last item for now.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so you're in the Verdentian Glen. Chatty has gone off. What are you going to do?
Fly
Well,
away.
And those of you who have been to the Glen before know that they frown heavily upon outsiders using magic in the Glen.
Right, so we just walk outside of the Glen and then we can take off. Which is, what, an hour's walk?
It's about 2 hours, 3 hours.
Okay, let's just get walking and then we can fly.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So you all leave the Glen. You catch a few glances by the Elven Guard, because none of them saw you come in, so they watch you as you leave. But you leave without issue. They seem not to be worried about people who are leaving the Glen as much as they are about people entering it.
They should watch their trees more closely then.
So you walk.
Tell them that.
You walk about for about halfway, and you're almost out. Before you are stopped by some guards here. Who they stop you and they begin asking you not so much asking you questions, they begin interrogating you. And said, "Visitors to the Glen. One did not see you arrive to the Glen."
Maybe one was looking the other way.
It would be wise for visitors to know that all trees and leaves have eyes, and as a courtesy, we have been authorized to give warning to new individuals who may not be familiar with the rules. It is unwise for people to use subversive means to enter the Glen in the future.
Well, we were just leaving anyway, so...
You have been warned, and they disappear back into the forest off to the sides of the road.
See?
I'm totally
that
going
was
to
just a warning.
teleport here next time. ... Once I have teleport, I'm going to be these people's worst nightmare.
Pretty sure we already are, so...
Fair enough.
Well, we keep walking, and then once we get...
Yeah, you get out. You leave the boundary borders past a line of sentries.
While we're walking, I'm gonna give... What is
It's
it?
nice seeing you.
Is it Boot that can cast Counterspell, or is it Nereus?
I have I'm the only one with counterspell.
Great, here, have some scrolls.
Thank you. I
That's
assume
what
these
scrolls
scrolls
are.
are action, Jared?
Yep. It's just
Not
like cat.
reaction.
It's just like cat. Well, no, it's counterspell is a
Reaction.
So yeah, it's a reaction to use the spell. It is the spell in form. It just doesn't have like you can't upcast it. It's always a level 3, and you don't use your own spell slot. It just is. It's like a little mini spell slot.
Right. Okay.
And the casting time is whatever the casting time of the spell is.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I could read a scroll as a reaction, unless I was had it prepped.
The spell works because you can read the spell, so you know the scroll. So you can activate the scroll. You can pull it out and activate it as your reaction.
Oh, there's a staff of counterspelling? I want this.
Whoa.
You will never get one.
Well, there...
25 charges.
Dude,
That's crazy.
DM's worst nightmare.
That is sexy.
So you get 2 scrolls of Counterspell. The DC is 15.
15. Okay. I was trying to find the item scroll of counterspell, but I'll just have to make a note one.
Yeah, it's just under spell scroll. And then you can look at the chart there and know what it does.
Okay.
Cricket. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We walk.
Cool.
We're just walking to polymorph. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're polymorphing?
Yeah,
No,
Scoot and
yeah.
defect into the giant eagles again.
It's a giant eagles
do it.
and Olive into Olive wild shaping.
Okay. So you are so transformed.
Everybody loves to be a giant eagle. They're so cool.
Trying to get used to this.
All right. So you become giant eagles.
And then in the morning we can just become gas again.
Yes.
Okay, great. So they have a flying speed of 80 feet.
80 feet.
Great. How many seconds are there in an hour?
Well, there's
3,600.
3,600, right?
Because 60 times 60 is, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, 3,600. Math is hard. Look at us doing math.
Yeah.
I only know the math from the arithmetic pebbles.
Great.
Shiny math rocks.
Because that's about 400 feet. I don't know how fast the giant eagle flies per hour.
Give me 2 seconds. I can find that.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody figure that out. Because that may have bearings
Do you
on
want
what.
to say they're dashing? Like, is that fine? Or would that cause exhaustion?
That would cause exhaustion if they're constantly dashing.
So we're dealing with just movement, not...
Just base
Not
movement
dash.
speed, not... Yeah, because if you want to not be exhausted, you just move at movement speed.
Sure.
And what is your flight path? Because, like, you guys are kind of, like, metagamey, you know, like, roughly where the glacier is, based on the map.
Oh yeah, Olive had the kind of direction-ish, right?
The direction, yeah, because I located Alagar from here, so the direction that Alagar was in.
Okay,
North by northeast, basically.
great.
The direction I was tugged in.
Yep. So go ahead and make a survival check, Olive, to see how accurate you can stay. Yeah. Because you're the one who knows the direction.
Yep. I rolled a natural 20.
That's
28.
fantastic.
It's 9 miles per hour? That doesn't sound right.
Great.
Hold on, that doesn't...
9 miles per hour is pretty quick.
I've got 48,000 feet.
Yeah. Great. So you begin heading on that way. And you can do this twice. Or
3 times today.
3 times
Olive can do
today.
it 3 times.
Great.
I can only be an eagle twice. I can only be an eagle twice, but I can cast polymorph 3 times.
Sure. But the spell only lasts for an hour. so-
An hour.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And both defect and spoot are too heavy for me to carry.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so we're only flying for 3 hours and we're hoofing it until
Yeah.
bedtime.
Cool. So, if you fly just straight kind of north by northeast, you can maybe skirt along the border of the causeway until you hit the errant wilds.
Mm-hmm.
over the Divide River, which is a massive river. It's like at least a mile wide usually.
Yes, I imagine we're kind of going that way.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Well, it says it's only 33 feet.
Yeah, that's not the proper scale, so
Yeah.
don't even play that.
I take one step.
Why is the Ibn so content on taking over this world? It's really tiny.
Think about how small you all are in comparison. So it's really what side of the river do you want to be on when you are done after the 3 hours of polymorph travel?
Errant Wild side.
I think we want to be on the Errant Wild side.
We can't.
I think if we land in the Verdentious Causeway, the elves are going to come for us.
How close is the Verdentious Causeway to the river?
It pretty much borders the Divide River.
Oh, okay, then yeah. I didn't know if there is like, a bit of a gap between the two.
No, not really.
Okay.
All right. So after 3 hours of flying at 9 miles per hour, you would end up about, let's see, about there.
Cool.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's what, mid-afternoon at this point?
It's like noon. Because you left pretty early. First thing you did was attempt to raise Sebastian. Then you moved a couple hours ahead. And now it's been 3 hours. So we'll say it's like a little afternoon, 1 o'clock, early afternoon.
Okay.
All right.
We walk.
Okay, great. You begin walking through the Errant Wilds. Which it is rough going. There's no pathways up here. You're just kind of going through forest.
Is it forest or like what's the landscape?
It is dense, like northern forest here. It's colder. It's moss, lichen, heavy pines, oak trees, hardwoods, balsam fir kind of area. Think like northern New Hampshire, Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of what you're going through.
Okay.
So it is, yeah, it's pretty rough going. Somebody go ahead, roll me a d10, please.
I was going to toss everyone a good berry while we're walking.
I'll roll.
Okay. I'm rolling a d10. Ugh, it's a 4.
Okay. 7 and a 4. Great.
Oh, jinx.
Cool. Great. Sorry, looking at all the stuff. Right. Interesting. Cool. Very cool. So you are traveling through this forest, and Spoot, it is very dense here. You've actually kind of been through this general area before. If you recall, when you left your friends the first time at the Verdentian Glen, you made your way up this way, being guided by your deity, and had a few interesting encounters along the way. Very cool. Great. So it kind of surprises you, Spoot, when you find yourselves enter an abrupt clearing, and inside there is it's like a large knoll of grass that's been hollowed out.
Like a grass igloo?
Kinda.
That makes me think of like the Shire, like that kind of house.
No, it's not a house. It's small. It's much smaller.
I vote we stay away from that.
Yep.
Yeah,
My
what-
recollection of this part of the world is that there's a whole lot of things that want to hurt us.
Does it
That's fair.
look like a creature could crawl in there?
Potentially.
Would it be
You
like
can crawl in there. I'm not doing it.
maybe like a snake-like creature?
Possibly.
Yay big.
Sure.
Are there any tracks on the ground that I can search for?
Make a survival check.
29 with a nat 20.
There are tracks, but they appear to be boot tracks.
Uh-oh.
And not like a lot, just like some kind of going in that direction and some coming out from that direction.
What
Well, that's
size?
good. That means that whoever
boot
walked that
track?
way didn't die while they were in there.
Hello?
Do you want to cast
It's no
Okay.
response.
person again?
No?
We just flew. We can't. We're done for
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Olive has used all of her high level spell slots.
So you
Plus,
don't.
we only flew 27 miles, and it only gives Olive direction if it's past 50. And I'm pretty sure we haven't gone 50 miles yet.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So all will tell us is that he's, more north and east of us.
Do we want to go check it out, or do we just want to walk past it?
Is
Greg,
it on the
what do you
way,
think?
Or is it out of the way?
I think it's just in the middle of the glen we're walking through.
Oh.
Jared?
It's in the middle of the
Yeah,
clearing.
yeah, it's in this clearing. It's not a very large clearing. It's like maybe 15 feet across. Just in the center, there is a large mound.
Were you trying to?
That's even more suspicious. I thought it was
I
like
think
this
we
big ass field.
No,
I think we keep walking.
this is a very dense forest. There's no big-ass clearings. The fact that this one is as clear as it is impressive.
Yeah.
And
I
it-
think we give it a wide berth.
Yeah, let's just walk past it.
Sure.
I feel like I've read horror stories like this in a book.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do you want to walk sneakily or walk normally?
I think we can walk normally if we just give it a good roundabout.
All right.
Okay.
Or
All right, so you give it a wide berth. Do any of you look back towards it when you pass it by?
Yeah.
Yes.
does.
Okay, make perception checks.
20.
19.
Cool. All three of you, as you go by, look inside, and you see a like statue inside, like a small statue of some sort of figure made out of like mud or stone or possibly wood.
absolutely not.
Keep going.
Huh.
Keep walking.
Why is there a statue?
Ay,
And
ay,
why
ay.
are there
Nick,
boots?
just ignore it. Just ignore it.
Hey, that's fine. I'm just saying. Isn't that
It's a
weird?
doggy.
It's very weird.
It's very weird, and and not in a good way. It's not good weird.
And this is something that you said, surprise spook, that it's here. Like it shouldn't be here, or it wasn't here the last time I came through this way.
Well, you don't know if you came this way exactly because it's a big forest. It's hard to know. But what is interesting is that the clearing itself is open because like there's not like roadways up here.
Oh, guys, I read this story once. It's called Blair Witch. I think we should just keep walking.
There's a lot of weird magical creatures that can turn humanoids to statues, and I don't think we want to tangle with any of them.
I could do that.
This is definitely a shot in the dark. Has Spoot heard any stories or tales or read anything about odd things in the White Waste?
Errant Waste.
Errant Waste, sorry. Errant Wilds. That's what we're
Errant Wilds.
You can make a history check.
Yep, not today.
There's all kinds of wacky stories about the Errant Wilds. People say like giant bears, giant monsters, things with tentacles, things with horns. The very shrubbery will come at you. Like,
damn it!
There's a lot of stories.
Greg, don't touch the plant.
In a hot second since we tangled with shrubbery.
What's that supposed to mean?
Move past it as fast as possible, then I suppose. And hope that we don't regret this.
Don't worry, I know what handles a forest well. I have this thing called Fireball.
I mean, fair.
Sure.
Did Greg have Fireball last time she fought the shrub?
No.
So you continue on past whatever this mound was, and continue kind of heading northeast. And we're going to take a quick little 5-minute bio break right there. So we will be back in 5 minutes, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, I've Got It, for hanging out and chat. Thank you for anyone lurking and giving us a watch. We will be back in 5 minutes. So we'll see you just after this short rest. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. We are back. Sorry, we took a little bit longer than 5. We had to do some stuff, but we're back, and it's going to be a great time. Fantastic. So you are all trekking northwards through the errant wilds of Nuuli here on Johanna, or Johanna rather. And you're making your trek on through. As you trek kind of northeast, Olive's direction is really solid on this with that natural 20 roll.
This is what Olive is good for now, is travel in a direction.
Yeah. It's useful.
Olive is now y'all's personal compass.
We all have our strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Nereus, wisdom? Absolutely not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Olive travels and knows where she's going.
It's down to Spoot.
Yeah.
With the wisdom. Olive knows where to go. Spoot has wisdom.
And I talk to animals.
I wish that Matt had wisdom. It doesn't really help Spoot too much when I'm pretty dumb.
Oh.
No, rangers and druids are always great for travel games.
It's true. So you are traveling on through this area. So you're going through, and damn it. Sorry, there it is. Just trying to find all the stuff.
Too many things.
Yep. You are walking through, and so Olive is leading. What's the rest of your marching order through this forest?
I can be right behind.
Okay. So Olive, Defect.
Grig.
I'll go.
Nereus, Spoot in the rear. Great. Cool. As you are progressing your way through, Olive and Defect, Olive, you get hit by a tree branch with a 29 to hit.
Ow!
You take 16 bludgeoning damage.
Which I'm resistant to, so it's only 8.
Yes, that is correct.
Tree.
Defect, you get smacked for 26 for 21 bludgeoning damage. Grig, a rock smashes into you with a 23 to hit. You take 25 bludgeoning damage.
Thanks.
And a rock flies at Nereus but misses with a 12.
How big is this rock?
It's big. It's like 3 feet round.
It's like a boulder.
Yeah. And Spoot, or sorry, actually no, it did hit you with a 21. Sorry about that.
Hit me?
Hit Nereus with a 21 because it had advantage. For 36 bludgeoning damage. And Spoot, you get whacked by a branch with a natural 20 for 30 bludgeoning damage.
All right, let's call the quest off, everyone.
Everybody go ahead, click your tokens, and roll initiative.
The one thing we cannot defeat. If only we had a rock thrower in our party.
One of us will rise to the occasion. I'm sure of it.
Ooh,
Oh,
that seems about right.
Spoot's a little preoccupied.
Yes. Let's go. Defects ready.
Yes.
So ready.
Wait, I want to.
All right.
First, damn it.
Fantastic.
so as we were flying, we would have had to short rest in there for Olive to wild shape again.
Yeah.
Which I think, this is the question that I have. I therefore have a short rest. I have a wild shape left
I would say that makes sense. Yeah.
because I used 3.
Yep.
Great. Just making sure that that is the case before we get far into this.
Look at you, Nereus.
Yep.
Hmm?
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, I AI arted my character.
It's
Did you get a new
true.
haircut?
There is some new character art with Nereus.
Yikes.
You should see what the AI thinks a goblin looks like. It has
You liked it.
It was hysterical. It has 4 ears.
Not. Oh, listen. The newer
Yeah.
ones I made did not.
Get a
The
haircut.
last 2.
So indeed, you all see these trees begin to come alive and start attacking. Defect, you just got slammed by one, and you're up.
Okay, let us rage.
Great.
Activate rage, and I run up to this guy. 5, 10, 15. I'll move over one more. And I will swing my axe at him. I'll be reckless for this one.
Okay.
27 to hit for 12 points of damage.
That will hit.
And second swing, a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Perfect, for 20 points of damage. Nice.
Okay.
That's 32 points of damage. All right, that's it.
All right, and that's slashing damage, right?
Correct.
Great. Okay, next up we have Greg.
Great. I'm gonna firebolt the one that my best friend is attacking.
Yeah,
All right, go for it.
team up.
25.
25 will hit.
Great. 18. And I forget, does it automatically add that extra d8 now? No.
No.
Plus this little d8. Switch in between, whatever it's called, virtual tabletops. Alright, so
Okay.
total of 20 fire damage.
Great, yeah. The fire rakes over it. And it lets out this horrible, horrible roar. Seems very upset.
Great. And then I'm gonna go in here and hide.
Great. Next thing that happens, the tree that you are next to, Greg,
Oh, damn it.
you have just walked
Ooh.
into.
Oh, hi. Hello.
It's a glowy tree.
That's a 17 to hit.
Shield.
All right. You managed to get your shield up in time, that red glittering magic shield, causing the tree's branch to bounce off of it. Very good job there. Defect, the tree next to you
Yes.
hits you once with a 21 for 15 bludgeoning, reduced to 7.
Okay.
And again with a 26 to hit for 18 bludgeoning, reduced to 9.
Got it.
Olive,
Yeah.
this guy up here swings towards you. That's a 20 to hit. For 15 bludgeoning, reduced to 7.
Yep.
And an 18 to hit
Yep.
for another 15 reduced to 7, as his branches just slam on down towards you. And he moves down a little bit to come and get you.
Oh, you have the bullet armor, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Spoot. This guy moves right up to you. Misses you with a 14 and a 15. This guy back here throws a rock at Nereus, but that is a 13 to hit, so the rock goes wide. And then you see these trees come to life. And this one, or actually this didn't move up, this was there. They had plenty of reach, so they didn't move. This one reaches right out towards you, Nereus. Misses you entirely. Not a problem. Let's see. Then this guy moves easily through the trees over towards Spoot. That is an 18 to hit, Spoot.
Negatory.
You bring up your shield as a much thinner branch comes in and bounces off your shield. So good job. Next we have Olive.
Cool. Olive is going to, look at the spell she has available, and enlarge defect.
All right.
Yes.
So you are now a large creature, and all of your weapons do an extra 1d4 damage on top of what they normally do.
D4, got it.
You also have advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to not do that. I'm gonna duck.
You're gonna what?
Duck.
Oh, duck?
Yeah.
Turn defect into a giant duck.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
do that.
That brings us to Nereus. You got hit by a rock and then dodged another one. And dodged another branch, too.
Fuck these trees. I am going to
Spoot, you're on deck.
Oh wait, I think that's a 7 level. Yeah, that's a 7th level spell. God damn it. There goes that turn. I'm going to you said the canopy is very thick, right?
Yeah, it's very dense here. And it's weird how these massive trees are able to move around without any difficulty. It seems as though the forest opens before them, so to allow them to move freely. Whereas you all have been having quite the time moving through the forest.
Right. Each creature in there. Oh. Yeah, that'll hit my allies.
What you got,
I'm
Nereus?
going to first. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Storm Sphere for now.
Okay. Where are
So
you
it's a
casting it?
40-foot or 20-foot radius.
Yep.
There. I want to see if I can get these 3, if there's any way.
Up these 3 over here?
No, down here. And not get spoot. Yeah, no. I'll get the 3 up there then. Yeah.
Like that?
Can you inch it in a little closer to me?
Yeah.
To have it like right in my face? Yeah.
You want it there?
Right there. Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll stick it right in your face.
So I'm going to need them to make... Here, I'm just gonna... There we go. They need to make a strength saving throw. DC 18.
When it appears?
Yes. And every time they end their turn in it.
Okay. One of them fails.
So they take 2d6 bludgeoning. So that's 7 wind damage.
Okay. You see, do they take half on a success? Or no?
Doesn't say. So I
nope. Okay, great, cool. Yeah, you see the smaller tree in the middle gets ruffled a little bit, but doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to use my bonus action to cause lightning to come from the center of the storm sphere.
Okay.
And this one's the one that hit me with the rock, or that did damage to me, right?
No, that was the one way down here towards the bottom of the map. That has been throwing rocks.
Bastard. Okay. Does this tree look like it gives me cover?
From what? It's hard to tell.
From this bitch.
From more trees.
Maybe. You've noticed that the trees seem to listen to these other trees, so who knows?
Oh, great. All right. Well, I'll just hit this tree with the lightning inside of it then.
Okay.
So I get advantage since it's inside of the sphere.
Okay. Make your ranged spell attack.
Oh, thank God. So that is a 22.
That will hit.
So it takes 22 lightning damage.
Oof. Okay, yeah. You see it courses and like big black scarring and cracks appear all across this thing. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm just gonna kind of take a step right there.
Great. Spoot, it is your turn.
Okay. Fireball.
No, don't tempt me. I will burn this place to the ground.
Everything. Everyone. No, I'm just kidding. Spoot is also going to attempt to move to sort of the middle of our friends in this ring of trees that are coming after us. Sorry, grabbed the wrong thing.
Okay, you get 2 attacks of opportunity against you as you move through the area.
Go for it.
It's a 22 to hit for 15 bludgeoning damage. And a 17, which misses.
quick question. Not that I'm necessarily going to use it. Should I have the mace in my inventory?
Oh yeah, you should have attuned to that during the.
You do.
overnight.
Yes. We'll say that you have attuned to it.
And just to make sure, I have pulse on. Correct. We said that at the beginning of the.
Yes.
Yeah, everything's
You still
traded.
have pulse.
Yeah, you all traded your inventories back, so you should have pulse, which it did awaken on you.
And the
Cool.
and the tiara, right?
He's also got the crown of concentration,
That one.
Correct.
and
That's not a shard item.
No.
no,
but
it's
it is
not.
a magic item, and I'm wearing it. And
Oh, yeah.
We're just talking about what he's
Picking
got.
up an attunement. We're talking about attunement slots.
Yeah.
It's a thing he's attuned to.
And if you reload your character sheet real quick, Spoot, you will find Requiem has been added to your attunement. And it is indeed awakened.
Ooh.
Which I know we're in the middle of combat here, but Grig, you are wearing the crown of Fallen Imperials now. It is also awakened in its awakened state.
Woot.
awesome.
And Defect, after you actually used the Null Shard Amulet, it has now awakened as well.
Awesome.
Cool. One sec. I need to read a spell real fast now that I have this in here. But what I will say for Spoots this round will be...
I added the awakened form of the Null Amulet to your sheet, Defect. You'll just need to reload.
Thank you. All right.
So, Spoot, it is
Okay.
your turn, and you have a very nice mace.
These things don't count as humanoids, do they? These are creatures, aren't they?
You don't know.
Definitely.
Okay, Spoot is going to do two things. I'm gonna yell out to the trees at large, saying, "Wait! Can we pass through the forest, and we will stop attacking if you let us pass? This next spell I cast is only a defensive measure. Please don't get closer." And I will cast the Turtle Shells, my fave.
Spirit Guardians?
Spirit Guardians. Sure, if you want to call them their real name.
You know, the turtle shell spell.
No, you can totally call them flying turtles. I don't care. It's your spell.
Go flying turtles.
Turtle power.
This is concentration.
Yes, it is.
This is also why I moved first.
Great. Okay.
And actually, you know what? For
Spoot.
shits and giggles. Oh, go ahead.
Well, first of all, go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. Carry on.
Ooh. I just need to check the mace real quick. The actions, or the things I can do, they count as actions, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're just normal.
Yes. Oh, that's
I believe
cool.
you can whack things with it.
Well, no,
Yeah,
because he's
well,
already
yeah.
used his action. So
Yes, the two
Got it.
things I can do at will are also actions. You're not bonus actions, right? That's what I was trying to figure out.
yes, yeah, it's the normal casting time of the spell.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I think I've finished this round.
All right, great. That brings us back to Defect, who is biggened.
Yes, and I will continue to attack the one I've attacked before.
Go for it.
Feeling more large and in charge, I will be both reckless and using my Weapons Master's feat.
Okay.
All right,
Go
so
for it.
swing number 1.
Ooh.
Perfect. A 20 to hit
That'll hit.
for 29 points of damage.
Great.
And swing number 2. Oof. 13.
That will miss.
Yeah.
Your axe does not penetrate the hardy bark hide of this thing.
Okay. Those are my 2 actions. Attacks, I should say. That's it.
Okay. Going on to Grig. There is a tree right next to you that...
There is. There's a big tree there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna scream and go, ah! And disengage.
Okay.
Bonus action disengage. Pass my friends and come over here to be right in the middle of them. And scream, please don't make me burn you! And I'm going to have Firebolt readied. And I'm going to Firebolt whichever one attacks. If any of them attack any of my friends first.
Okay. Well, the one right next to Defect makes a wisdom saving throw against Spoot. Fails.
Right next to Defect.
So go ahead and roll damage for him, Spoot.
Oh, I forgot to roll my extra damage.
Oh, sad.
Oh yeah, because he has the 1d4 from being indignant.
15 radiant damage. Okay. And does indeed slam Defect, hitting both times.
Ugh.
For 15 and then 16 bludgeoning damage, for 7 reduced and 8 reduced. And Grig, that triggers your flame bolt, which hits and incinerates this tree.
I said stop it.
It is down and it's on fire.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask, does Defect get to roll his D4? But maybe it doesn't matter.
So it's on fire, which is fun.
Cool. Now we've started a forest fire.
I mean,
Yeah, who knows?
I knew I should have prepared control water. Create water? I don't know.
I don't
That's a
see any
druid
water
thing.
here.
Wave?
You can create water, right?
I could if I had any spell slots.
ooh,
You should have
that's
third
good.
level and second and first.
Oh. Oh, I don't have anything water related prepared in that at that level.
I would do it.
All right. So this thing is on fire. Right there. All right. The next thing that happens is this guy moves just out of the way here and reaches through to attack Olive.
Of course he does.
Huh?
Does that...
That's I'm gonna say like their body has to be in it, so like the reaching through doesn't trigger it based on how the spell is written.
Clever long arm trees.
Well, they have a 10-foot reach. It's not that big.
Bigger than mine.
True. So that's a 29 to hit and a 27 to hit.
Yep.
For 14 bludgeoning reduced to 7 and 18 bludgeoning reduced to 9.
So 16 total?
Yep, and 2 concentration checks.
Yep.
DC 10, you're fine, and you're fine.
Feeling very constitutional.
Don't
Yeah.
you love that belt?
Very cool. This little guy also fails his wisdom save and takes the 15 radiant damage, I believe it was.
Copy that.
All right. He takes some radiant damage. And then he just straight up tries to smash you, Spoot, because you are the problem.
Yeah, it's pretty typical.
But misses with a 15. You bring up your shield and have no problem rebuking the fellow. This guy, he is in the circle, so he will make his wisdom saving throw. Succeeds with a 17. So he takes half the damage.
Correct.
All right. And he just reaches through to try to take out Nereus, but misses with a 13. This guy moves to there. Do they make the save when they enter the sphere, or only when they start their turn there?
When they enter or start.
Okay, great. He fails. He'll take 15 from you as well.
I feel like this. I try to warn them.
And then against Nereus, that is a 16 to hit.
Shield.
Great. And a 27 to hit.
That misses.
For 13 bludgeoning damage. And I need a con save, DC 10 from Nereus.
13. Con.
Yep.
There we go. 17.
Great. You are good. And those two end their turn still in the sphere. So they take damage.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Or Nereus. Sorry. They're in the storm sphere.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh. I should still be up there. Yes. Well, they make a strength save.
Ah, great. Ooh. And what's the DC?
18.
Both fail.
They take 8 wind damage.
All right, bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Damage.
It doesn't seem like it bothers them too much.
Unfortunate.
This guy
Versus trees.
moves right in here, Spoot. Aiming for you. He's gonna probably take some damage. Yep. So he'll take the 15. And then he's gonna try to clonk you. That's a 16, so he misses. And then our final friend over here reaches down into the earth and hurls a rocket. Spoot. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
For 26 bludgeoning damage against you, Spoot. And I need a DC 13 con save from you. Concentration check. Perfectly fine. You are not
wasted mine only nat 20.
Perturbed in the least. That brings us now to Olive. Nereus, you're on deck.
Olive is gonna use that wild shape and become a mammoth.
Have you seen a mammoth?
Oh.
Because I don't think you have.
Massive.
Didn't I talk to one at some point? No. That was a giant snail, it wasn't a mammoth.
Yeah.
Did you mean snail?
Tugger.
How did you confuse the two?
Wait, what?
They look similar, let's be fair.
It was a big thing!
It's the tusk.
But was a big thing. Oh, bugger, fine. No, probably not.
A giant snail would be hilarious, though.
Actually, that would be awesome.
Gary!
Olive is going to how close am I to these things? Is going to take a step toward Olive's going to use the right selection tool. Take a step toward that one.
Okay.
And use primal savagery and take a swipe at a branch.
A 10 will miss.
Cool. Olive's going to sit there and sharpen her claws and feel useless.
Okay. Nereus, we go to you. Spoot, you're on deck.
Hold on, I'm mathing.
Okay.
6 trees, 1 fireball. Math checks out.
Alright. Nereus, first bonus action. I'm gonna hit this tree. Oh, the skinny tree again with the lightning.
Okay. Go for it. Is that a save or an attack? I think it's an attack, right?
Attack. Yeah.
Awesome. Do it up.
Ooh. 18.
An 18 will hit, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, roll damage.
So that is 18 lightning damage.
All right. Yeah, it's looking pretty crispy.
And then Nereus is going to, as an act... Can I... If I use Font Manipulator, can I hold it as an action? Because I'm making a spell.
Oh, interesting. Yes, but...
I know I can't add sorcery points, but I was... Yeah. If I can hold it.
Yeah, but you can only hold that spell, and if the trigger doesn't fire, then you lose that spell slot, just like normal, and the ability to cast that spell.
That's fine. I wasn't sure if I can, because I'm using that feat. If it's the same as holding a spell.
Yeah,
okay.
You're reaching into your magic to pull something out of your ass. So, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Spells, spell level. Where is it? Right there. All right. Well, here goes nothing. I'm gonna use Font Manipulator, and I'm gonna. Nereus's hands are just gonna start erupting in flame, and he's just gonna shout out, "You can keep attacking us, and I will burn this entire forest down, or you can stop." And I'm gonna, the next hostile move they make, I will cast Wall of Flame on all of them that are circling us.
Ooh.
At 5th level.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Action, limited use, minus a sorcery point. Oh wait, I got it.
Wait, and I'll help by, sparking my little firebolt too. Just.
Oh, you did light another tree on fire.
Yeah, but I'm using Flash of Genius basically.
Oh fuck!
Prepping.
I did worse that time.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Okay.
12.
So a 12. Okay. All right, Spoot, we go to you.
I should have stuck with the first one.
I'm going to try not to set the forest on fire. Because I do have a fire spell I'm going to try not to use right now. Instead, I'm going to also do something pretty big. On top of this concentration spell, I would like to cast another concentration spell, finally using the Crown of Concentration. And cast Blade Barrier.
Oh, okay.
It has 2 options. I can make a long wall or I can make a ringed wall. up to 60 feet in diameter. So I would like to create a wall around our friendly party. I believe I can do that. That should encompass. It's 5 feet thick. Let me see if that's possible to not chop defect up to little bits.
Do not chop defect to bits.
I would have something to say about that.
I do believe that if it's 30 feet radius, that gets defect safely inside, but puts the trees around us just inside the ring.
It's a 30-foot radius.
60-foot diameter or 30-foot radius, however you want to slice it.
It's the same thing.
Unintended.
Yeah. Cool. So it can be up to 30 feet radius. So how big do you want it? That's really the question.
Actually, we're gonna lose so many trees if we do that. All right. Well, defect's gonna have to stand outside the wall then. So let's do a radius of 15 feet, 30-foot diameter. 30-foot diameter. Keep the rest of the trees out. And sorry, defect. Just hang out. Don't walk through this, defect.
That's a really pretty blade barrier.
Well, I don't actually have a blade barrier, so.
There's so many bubbles.
All right,
that was not supposed to cast it. I was trying to use it as a spell slot, so it didn't cast it. But there it is. When creatures enter the walls area for the first time, or turn starts there. I mean, if we play by traditional rules, I can reroll, but that was an accident. I was just trying to take it off my spell slot.
All right, so you create this ring around you and your friends.
And I will yell out again.
Olive is outside the ring, or in the 5-foot thickness.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, can we shift
Olive is being chopped to bits.
Well, can we shift it 5 feet down? Because the intention was to leave out party members, obviously.
Well, no, if it's a 30-foot diameter, can't you just make it slightly bigger? And still have all of the they're big.
Yeah, we could go another 5 feet larger and not hit defect, question mark? I thought that math checked out.
Up, not down. Is what you meant
the
to say,
the other
Matt.
up.
I know,
Yeah,
I'm resizing. Calm down.
There we go. Okay, that's
Fine.
looks
Matt did
correct.
say that, so I was making sure.
Yeah,
that
yeah. Matt did also say down.
Making sure.
I
that
did say
there
down
was
back.
no-
Yeah, I'm
okay.
sorry.
All right,
You did
so
what I said,
there we
not
go.
Not what I should.
That is roughly what you're going for. So great.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
Cool. Never used a spell before.
Oh.
It's great. All
Me
right.
neither.
Cool. All right. That being your turn, defect. This barrier has now appeared between you and your friends. And this tree is on fire in front of you.
I'm
Flanking.
gonna leave. I'm gonna leave that tree on fire, and I will lumber down. I said lumber down.
Yeah, we heard you were ignoring it.
Oh, I get it. I'm just really slow. I love it. I approve.
Defect takes 18 psychic damage.
Lumber down.
It was worth it. All right.
It was.
And yes, I will be reckless. Just reckless this round. So, 16. Does that hit?
16 will hit this one. Yep.
Great, for 12 points of damage. And the second swing,
24 will hit.
24 to hit, 19 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'll end my turn there.
All right. That brings us to Greg.
Well, my name is Greg, and there's one thing I know how to do, and it's burn things. So they clearly haven't. But I am gonna. Yeah, fine. I will ready a firebolt, and I will also burn whichever one attacks somebody first. Because I started this whole threatening to burn, so I'm gonna start screaming. Don't come any closer! You're gonna get chopped to bits and burnt to death! I swear! I've had enough of plants coming to attack me!
Make an intimidation check.
Also, we're in a hurry.
Yes.
We are on a schedule.
19.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, my action is ready. Whichever one
Alright.
attacks, I firebolt.
Cool. Next up. This guy next to Olive backs up. This guy is in Spoot's radius. Go ahead, roll damage, Spoot.
Copy that.
And a dex save as well.
Yeah, dex save, or it's half damage if they succeed.
Well, he's also in range of your guardians, so
Oh, yeah, I have to roll that too.
roll the guardians as well.
You know what? I said I didn't give him a chance to back up, did I? These guys are going to get fucked. So 30 in the blade barrier.
Mm-hmm.
At least I held my spell.
17 on the... It's true. Spook's also in a hurry. 17 on the spirit guardians. Get fucked. Tree.
Great. Yeah, this one is just torn asunder. This
I gave
one...
you 2 chances.
This one, yeah, he's in the barrier.
Druid, I am not.
He fails as well, so he takes all of that. So 48.
Wait, they're on fire! Quick, throw liquor on them!
Oh, that is your specialty.
Yeah.
But it's made from mushrooms.
This one backs up as well after being damaged. Let's see. Nope. And he succeeds. But still, this one is utterly torn apart by the blade barrier.
Sorry, not sorry.
And that was the low damage version.
Uh-huh. This one down here, the blades just tear through the trunk of it, tearing it apart, and then the turtles come through, bamfing it and shining it with divine energies, and it too is decimated.
You see a change in Spoot as he slowly makes another notch in his shell.
Oh no.
We have to save the world, damn it. Get out of our way.
And this tree that was down here throwing rocks also moves off. Olive, that brings us to you.
Cool. Olive is gonna... what the heck am I concentrating on? Oh, right, I'm keeping defects large. No, a defect should stay large. Olive...
Wolfect.
Olive is gonna glance around and see if any of her friends appear overly damaged.
Make a medicine check.
Olive has no fucking clue. They all appear to be standing.
You do a quick glance, but between the turtles swimming around you and the whirling blades, what do these blades look like, Spoot? Do they just look like turtle fins that are really sharp? What do they look like?
Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about this. So we've done the turtle thing with everything else, haven't we? Yeah, they I think that's a great idea. They're like as if a sea turtle had razor blades for flippers.
Okay.
In the ground or something.
All right, so these sharp turtle blades just whirl around.
And every now and then you hear one of them say gnarly or something like that.
Gnarly.
Just kidding.
And those are right in front of you, so that's kind of mesmerizing, and you just can't make heads or tail of how your friends are doing.
Cool. In that case, she's going to throw some infestation at the only tree within range, the one that is escaping to the north of her.
Can we
Okay.
see through the blade barrier?
It's got 3/4 cover.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
3/4 cover, and it's
Yeah.
I in this.
So
arrangement, at least, I
then
know
I'm
there's a
going to
third
say that with 3/4 cover, it makes it hard to see. It's going to get advantage on the save.
Fair.
It succeeds.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Cool.
Sorry.
I was going to sit there and think about defect being large.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what she's contributing
Yeah.
to this particular battle. She's sitting there and thinking about defect being large.
Hey, whatever gets you through the night. Nereus, we move to you. You've seen the trees seemingly back off. Although you have difficulty seeing through the barrier of swirling turtles and razor-bladed turtle fins.
I'll cancel my spell. So, because if I can't really also see, I can't place a line effectively.
The storm sphere?
No, the wall of flame.
Cool. Well, you would have lost that at the start of your turn anyway.
Oh, okay.
No one to trigger it. I think, right?
Yeah. They didn't do any aggressive actions.
Nothing left.
So you lose
Did
that
the
spell
aggressive
slot.
action.
Oh shit!
So you lose the spell slot, but
yeah.
yeah. Nothing
Um,
crazy.
Yeah, I will just if any if they start coming any closer aggressively, I'll just hold an anima burst
All right,
for
cool.
whichever one makes a move.
All right, cool. Spoot, you have seen 3 of these smaller, thinner trees fall into the barrier, just torn apart by these turtle fins. But it's your turn. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna look at who's standing. Grig's next to me. I'm gonna look at Grig and I'm gonna say, "What direction are we supposed to head?"
One fun thing to note as well, this fire has expanded.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
We should put that out.
Whoops.
You should definitely put that out.
I got nothing for that.
Make
No.
it rain.
I didn't prep anything. So I didn't think we'd be starting fire. I don't know who I thought I was traveling with. Didn't think we'd be starting
When
fires.
have we
What the hell
not
is wrong with
So
that thing
you we're at the top of a new round. Well, actually, Spoot, what do you want to do? Because you're the bottom of the round.
That's not nice. Well, I'm quickly looking for a way. This blade barrier doesn't move with me, does it?
Nope, it just stays where it is.
Looking for a way if I have anything that could put out this fire. Give me a moment. Did not necessarily plan for that. Probably should have.
I think I know how to.
I don't think I have anything.
I could reduce it.
You can reduce the fire. Well, that's something. All right, I'm going to tell. I'm going to add shout outs at the party that we should have some. Think of ways to put the fire out. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to heal people around us. I'm going to do a little mass healing word. 6 creatures. What's the range? 60 feet. All right, I should be able to get everybody with that. Yep, okay. Bonus action, mass healing word.
Ah!
Oh, that did nothing. All right.
Gee, thanks.
Cool. Everybody gets 6 healing points.
6 measly healing points. I should save that for the future.
Anything else, Spoot?
I don't know. Can I move closer to this fire? Is there anything without going outside the blade barrier? I wonder if there's anything I can physically do with my body to try to bat this fire out.
It is like roiling off the corpse of one of these massive trees, and slowly kind of beginning to make its way onto whatever underbrush is around.
Is there any gap in this underbrush that perhaps I could I don't know. This fire's too big, isn't it? I was about to say I could dig a fire ditch or something, but
You get the sense like you might not have enough time to like dig a ditch in this moment.
let's add a spell for it, which I don't. Yeah, I got nothing.
Also, I don't know if you have a shovel.
Oh, that's a good question. I have a pickaxe. You're right. I don't have a shovel.
Pickaxe is close, but not quite.
It'll be a tiny ditch.
More of a fire divot than a ditch.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I'm just gonna say we should try to get this fire out and hold what I got for now, I guess. And try to see if the trees are moving. If they stop advancing, maybe I can drop the blade barrier.
Make a perception check.
19.
Great. Yeah, you can tell that like the larger trees have like moved off and like retreated back.
Okay. I'm gonna, I guess, take a couple of steps forward then, trying not to stand in the fire, but in the general direction of where we're going, and to get those turtles a little bit closer to that big guy up there to maybe keep him away. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. So Defect, we go to you. You've seen this barrier go up. You can maybe kind of see your friends on the other side of it. And you've seen that the trees have begun moving away.
All right.
And there's a big fire starting up.
Right. Yeah, Defect doesn't know what to do. I mean, could he do like a investigation check or perception check to sort of see if maybe he could clear the ground around it so it doesn't spread? Does that make sense?
Make a nature check.
Oh, damn. That's a nat 20.
Cool. With a 19... with a 19 Defect, digging a trench around it, like, might work, but there's a lot of, like, low scrub brush, so you'd have to, like, chop it up and, like, dig a deep trench, and you're not... You know that it's, like, that's what people do, but you don't know how big it needs to be to contain this fire in a timely manner.
Is the fire spreading towards one direction or just expanding?
It's just expanding.
Gotcha. And these guys are just moving up past it. I see.
You can't. Well, make a perception check. See if you can see your friends.
18.
Yeah, it seems like Spoot is making his way, or at least has taken a few steps up towards the north.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Those guys are the smart ones, so I'll move behind the sphere and just follow them up slowly.
Unfortunately, I'd have to.
The sphere doesn't move.
Okay, I'm sorry. Then I'll go up, I guess. This is all difficult terrain still?
No. Well, yes.
No.
Sorry. Yeah, this area is difficult terrain.
Can I kind of squeeze around? I think that's 20 feet right there. So
okay. Great. Greg?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
Possibly nonsense. Wind wall. If I were to make this wall around the fire, or somehow, would it somehow whoosh the oxygen away and like be able to blow it out if I put it on it? Like how this wind is fairly powerful. Like fog and smoke and other things are not supposed to be able to go through. Things fly up. Like I'm swoosh, like it's like almost not quite vacuuming, but like can I just shape it, pull it up, and like.
Yeah, interesting. I like where you're going with this. Go ahead, just make a. Go ahead, cast the spell and make an Arcana check.
Okay. And I'm competent in that. It's still only a 14.
You have your Flash of Genius.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use my Flash of Genius to think of something really smart, like maybe I'll spin it.
All right,
So
cool.
I get 4 more, so it's an 18.
Cool. Cool. So what you end up doing, Greg, is you manipulate your wind wall to just be like a tight spiral that spirals in this entire area around this fire, and it begins to reduce the footprint of the fire. It looks like it's working, but it doesn't work instantaneously. So you're gonna have to like concentrate on it for a minute.
Okay, sure.
But it seems to be having the effect you want.
Okay, great. I can do that.
Cool.
I'm gonna concentrate on that.
Great. So you start concentrating on this erupting inferno that is behind you. The trees move off into the forest, and you don't know if they just become invisible or the forest swallows them up or what, but you lose sight of them in their entirety. You don't know if they've like just stopped moving and you can't tell, or what the difference is, but they are all gone from your sight. The fire does not spread. We've effectively left initiative at this point. Your enemies have retreated. So Greg, as long as you concentrate on that spell for the next minute, the fire does go out, leaving a like 20 by 20 foot blackened char in this area. But you did successfully contain the fire.
Excellent. Hey, that's
done.
Cool.
Yeah, very well done. Great thinking, Greg.
Yeah.
I will drop Blade Barrier and allow Defect to join us.
Excellent.
Excellent. You all successfully defeated some angry trees and scared them off.
Angry turtle.
So good job.
Okay, we should keep moving.
Yep.
Sure.
With haste.
All right.
Seems like already mad.
All right. So you keep on trucking.
Keep on keeping on.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's about mid-afternoon, so that's all hunky-dory.
We're still headed north by northeast.
Yeah, just go ahead. Give me a new survival check, Olive, because the battle and like spells and everything.
Sure. 15.
Great. Cool. Yeah, you're fairly confident. You know north.
That
So
way.
yeah.
I was going to say, could I work with Olive on this one since I had sort of kind of been here before?
Yeah, you've been in the general area, so I'll give her the 17. So yeah.
Okay, I say we've done it before, haven't we?
It's that way.
Yeah. Totally gravy.
Somewhere in there, Defect stops being large.
Sure.
And I suppose my guardians are gone. Man, it really sucks. I had a spell that made difficult terrain not difficult, and I didn't prepare that either. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Olive was so woefully unprepared for that battle. She's like, I got nothing. I've got some healing, but apparently I can't tell if anyone's hurt because I'm dumb.
We lived.
Well, they're not trees, and they're not on fire,
still
so
standing.
they must be
Why
alive.
would you try to talk to the trees? Come on.
Also can't do that. Could talk to some animals if someone wanted to brave the
no.
flames.
Oh, you don't have to talk with plants? I thought that was another, like, druids. I don't know anything about druids, apparently.
No.
You know, who knows what languages they spoke? Very few of you attempted to communicate with them.
We just started screaming.
We did, but in common.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually. I don't know what they spoke. You're right. Doubt it was Elvish or Celestial.
Who knows?
We
We
need our stupid human back.
We do.
You spoke all the languages.
Turns out he wasn't so stupid.
Fantastic. So yes.
Well, we put the fire out. That must put us in pretty good standing with the trees now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did. And you continue on your merry little ways.
We didn't kill all of them.
We only killed a couple of them, really.
Right.
I do still have fire left if we need to.
I mean, I always have fire.
I don't think we should burn anything else.
No, I think we should keep. Yeah, we should try to keep low. Maybe put the axe away, Gimli, as we. And someone hide the orc.
I dare them to throw another rock at me.
That was pretty rude. I'm not gonna lie.
I will throw it out.
They throw a rock at me, I'll throw something else back at them.
Is it a
Wild.
5-pound rock? Because I can do that. Or I could upcast. Go higher. Catapult.
I was thinking a giant flaming sphere inside of a tinderbox forest.
Oh dear.
All right.
They started it.
Yeah.
They did start it. It's true.
Yep.
How far till we're out of the woods, so to speak?
A long time.
It's a long ways.
Days.
So
Like,
we're
it
basically
is-
waiting until we have the spells back to be gaseous and get the fuck out of here. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is called the Errant Wilds because there's all kinds of dangerous creatures and whatnot up this way. So
So glad we landed.
We should maybe start devoting some energy to finding a safe place to spend the night.
Rest so that we can go faster
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not waste
like
any
the
more time
amount
with plants trying to kill us.
The amount
Yeah,
of
very
ground
good.
we are covering at a walking speed is
Very
not significant in the realm of what we could be covering as a gas. If only Olive could take a nap.
Greg, I'm with you on this one. I'm sorry we wasted so much time. So hopefully we can make up for that tomorrow.
So Olive is going to look for something that doesn't look like it's going to kill us. What the heck was that?
That was me clicking something in my camera app accidentally.
I was like, you suddenly became an ingredient list.
cool. So go ahead, make an investigation check, Olive, as you're trying to look for some place to hole up for the night.
Not nature or survival.
I guess it could be
Nice.
survival.
I'll stick with the 19.
Yeah.
19 investigation.
Got lucky.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you look around, you find an area that's, I mean, like, again, it's tight quarters in here, but you find a place where the trees are
Not attacking us.
not as dense. Sorry. And you feel like, you know, it's not dark yet, but it's good to get, like, you think you found a place that's pretty good. Like, it's I wouldn't call it a clearing necessarily, but it's kind of close.
Does the tent fit?
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah,
crashing
no.
through this place in the dark seems like a real bad idea. I think we should
Yeah.
take the spot.
Sure.
That sounds good. I didn't prep alarm this time.
I didn't prep Spirit Guardians.
Does alarm alert us if a boulder's coming flying?
I mean, kind of. You know,
Could I
funny
sleep?
or larger creature touches or enters the area, so I guess maybe not a rock. Anyway, I can't do it right now.
Since I failed to turn into anything useful in that battle, I could call a familiar and have it keep watch.
Well, that might be a good idea. A little couple extra night eyes.
Yeah.
And we do normal
Cool.
watches otherwise. I really am sick of plants trying to kill us. This is just, I mean, aren't we trying to save the plants by making no more spell storms? Like, come on. Do they not realize that we're like heroes?
I'm not sure
Maybe-
if Lord of the Misfits have traveled in the forest as much.
Next time they appear, why don't you regale them with our exploits?
Uh-huh.
Give them the
Yeah.
book. Let them read the book.
I don't know if trees can read. Do you think trees can read?
No, unfortunately, I
Probably
don't
not.
think they understand common. As
The
they
science?
didn't seem to-
They understood fire.
Yeah, they only seem to react to their comrades dying. Well, who's getting the first watch? Defect or
I can
Spook?
take it. Or yeah, you can take whichever. I'm still in great shape overall.
I'm not so
So Greg can go first, and I can go after.
I'll go third.
Olive will go fourth. I forgot there was a fourth.
Spook gets to sleep tonight.
So before Olive goes to sleep, she will use her wild companion to call a familiar owl.
Cool. I mean,
that's
it is not dark yet, so like you've just found a place that you could hold up for a while. You think?
Cool. All right. Before Olive goes to bed, because it's an 8-hour long rest, and if she's going to do the last 2 hours of it on watch, she's going to leave the owl watching for the 6 hours that other people are watching.
Totally. That's fair. Cool. So you all kind of like, again, it's not really a clearing so much as it is a
Wide spot.
wide spot. That's a good, that's good. I like that.
It's a lack of a tree spot.
Yeah, like it's like there's rocks and trees and stuff around, but it is not super dense in the area. But like you can set up the tent, that's fine. Yeah.
Cook some rice.
So like
Of course, fine.
yeah, it's probably there it is. It's probably going to be like a couple hours until like the sun sets. But you can like go about like trying to make everything one, like you get the tent set up and it's fine. And you're all and you get a campfire set, is that what you said?
No.
No.
We shouldn't do a fire, right?
No,
No.
definitely not. Everything here is flammable.
Or should we do a fire because what if there's monsters? We're good at keeping the fire contained.
Yes, but
We could do a fire in a
will
pit.
announce our presence to anything that.
I mean, anything would find us and things are more
Yeah.
dangerous.
I'm sure we've already announced our presence in this forest.
Yeah. Let's just do it. Yeah, we can do a small fire. How about that? Small. Real
Okay.
small.
Oh,
Very safe. Dug in pit.
Sure. That's fine. So you do that, and you're all like getting around the campfire, getting the area set up and whatnot. Yeah. Everyone go ahead and make perception checks. Or, well, no, I have your passive perceptions.
Oh, good. My passive perception is probably better than I could roll anyway.
Not mine.
Great.
Spook just wanted to meditate. That's all he wanted.
Okay. So, Spoot, you're off meditating on your own. Like 10 feet.
Like
Like
in
10,
lieu of
15 feet
whatever's
away from
coming.
Yeah. Well, you pretty much everyone except for Well, definitely Olive and Spoot here.
Nereus never sees shit.
And
Great.
I'd say Defect hears it as well. You hear sounds of like large creatures like moving through the forest. It's nothing you haven't like heard kind of the entire time you're going through this area. Like,
Are they mammoths?
you will, now you're never going to see a mammoth. So
I know. I'm sorry.
so that's off the table.
Ducks. It's just a lot of ducks.
2 massive ducks just come waddling out of the. No.
This is the end.
New polymorph shape, giant duck.
Giant duck.
But so like you hear animals moving around and like whatever, like doing their thing. It's not unusual. But then you all smell something. The 3 of you.
No.
And it smells acrid.
That seems bad. Do you guys smell that burning rubber smell?
What's rubber?
What?
Rubber's a natural thing.
That's true, but
Right?
not in this geographical climb.
The
Yeah, I guess
spell
not.
storms destroyed the rubber trees. There's none left.
Yeah. Fair.
Bitter. Smells bitter.
It's
Okay,
not
got it.
quite tropical enough in this area for rubber trees.
Fair. Does anyone smell that horrible smell?
I thought you were just burning your incense again.
Sorry, I lost my sense of smell living in the sewers.
Fair. It's pretty bitter.
Olive will turn her back to Nereus and say, Spoot, do you smell that?
I do.
What do you think it is?
No idea. No idea. Nature check?
Sure, make a nature check.
Um, 2021.
There's a few things in nature that can like create like a bad smell like this. Like sometimes like decaying flesh can do it, but it doesn't smell like that. It smells. Spoot would not have a reference for this, but Matt, you would. It smells like battery acid,
Oh no.
like an exploded battery.
That's what my roommate says my coffee smells like.
We're about to fight Modrons, everyone. Strap in.
What's that?
Hey, could be.
Don't know what's
What's a
about to
Modron?
happen. I don't think we're gonna sleep for a little bit, though.
So out from the trees around you at this point, a series of green gas jets begin to just overtake your entire campsite. I need everybody to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Did we get a short rest or no?
No.
No, we're doomed.
Ah, fuck.
You're all fucked.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, you're all doomed.
Okay.
So many same roles. What is
So,
this?
I know.
You all start coughing as this green smoke just comes out from bushes and around trees, and you can see large forms moving beyond them, kind of encircling you, like circling your campsite. Nereus and Olive let out a gasp of shock. Yes, because everyone else did fine.
Yeah.
You see that they like freeze up, and Olive's skin is already gray, but it looks to be going darker, and Nereus is also turning gray, and you realize that your 2 friends are beginning to turn to stone.
Oh no.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode of Nuuli Forged.
I know this spell.
Who says it's a
Fix
spell?
this tomorrow, I think.
Oh no, just like the turning to stone.
Oh. So
I
that's where we'll end. We'll pick up with Nereus and Olive. Nereus and Olive. Turning to stone.
Is that a poison? Because I am resistant to poison at the moment.
That would be poison damage and has no effect on this case. But in either way, no, it is not poison.
It was worth a try.
Sure, I appreciate the hustle.
The acrid part made me think it might be a poison.
Yeah, that's fair. So we'll have to see what crazy things are in these errant wilds that can potentially do this, as you two are restrained and beginning to turn to stone.
Yep, hate it.
Welcome to the errant wilds. There's a reason they're called that.
Yep.
Yep.
I feel like next time they should put like a sign with like trip advisory.
Yeah, a big like exclamation point over the entire forest. Yeah. Do not come here.
Yeah, this forest contains.
Yeah, we're gonna leave them.
Death, lunch. Death.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
It's all around just bad vibes.
Yes, the forest of bad vibes. Who knew?
Wild.
It is wild. Well, thank you everyone for coming with us this week. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Nobody picked this name. Thank you. I've got it. Thank you, NYC Zom. Thank you to anyone who watched us, who lurked, who came in, said hi. Very much appreciated. We will be back next week on the 29th, but we will not be here on the 5th of April. Sad day. So next week, hopefully nobody dies, because that would be awkward. And we'll leave a 2-week cliffhanger, perhaps. Dun dun dun.
Longer for Spoot. This is gonna suck.
Yep.
Hey, Nereus, we could be stoned for a while.
I'm already stoned.
Fair enough. Dear friends, why don't we go around, say goodbyes, plug anything you would care to plug. If there's some cool thing going on in the community you might know about or wish to tout, go ahead and do that. Well, I figured out who we gonna raid. It's gonna be great. Let's start where we ended. Let's start with Spoot.
Goodbye. I'm the best of these. Thanks for watching. And yeah, what a weird episode. I mean, not weird bad, just like weird a lot. But yeah, hopefully we get out of this place next week. Thanks, and see you soon.
Very cool. All right, moving on to Nereus.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We will. We're not. Is it next week?
We're on next week. Yeah.
We're on next week. The week after, we're not.
Oh, okay. So we'll see you next week, and hopefully Nereus isn't stoned as well.
Fair enough. Great. Next we got Olive.
Okay. That's me. Thanks for watching. We have social media things. We're Nuuli Forged everywhere. If you can hear my voice, you can spell Nuuli Forged, so I'm not going to bother. But we're on you can watch all of our old episodes on YouTube, and you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and I don't know what else. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope we're not petrified.
Great. Going then to Greg.
Hello, I'm Greg.
Pardon me.
And Amber. Basically, thanks for watching. Happy Ramadan and Nowruz. And
that too.
Okay, bye.
And on up to Defect.
Thank you guys for watching, and what everyone else said, we will see you all next week. great night.
Wonderful. We're going to do a little raid into Kirik the Orc. It's been a while since we raided them. They're playing some Elden Ring, but hey, why not go big or go home? Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, I've Got It, for throwing up our socials and everything in chat. I actually do have 2 quick things to plug. Tabletop News. It's on Kickstarter. It's going to be a big review show, like not just like talking about Critical Role or Dimension 20, but like smaller creators, new products that are cool, new games, card games, board games. They're going to talk about all the stuff. They've got a Kickstarter right now. You should check it out. And also, friend of the show, Spark Otter on Twitch, on Twitter, I should say, Lucas Zellers has started his Kickstarter for the Book of Extinction with Mage Hand Press, which is all like monster stat blocks for like these extinct animals that are true, but also includes the history and story of how and why they went extinct in our world. And 10% of beyond the Kickstarter, because Kickstarter doesn't let you donate percentages to charities for whatever reason. So once the book is funded, 10% goes to the national, I forget what it is, but it's the National Conservation of something Conservatory. I forget off the top of my head. But check out the Kickstarter because it's got all the info on it. Book of Extinction. It's really cool. Lucas really brings some really cool like extinct animals back to life.
Ooh.
In fun and new, exciting ways. So hop on and hop in there and check out those 2 Kickstarters. In the meantime, we'll see you next week. Be kind to one another. Have fun. Hop in this raid. Let Kirik know that he's been newly raided. And we'll see you back here next week. So thank you all very much. And have a great week. Be safe. Bye, everyone.
Okay, see you.
Okay, bye-bye. We love you. Goodbye.